And we're back, with sound this time. I forgot to plug in my microphone. It's been a long day. Good evening. It is still Christmas. It is still Tuesday, December 25th. It is late. I am tired, but I have laundry in. I have cats that want to be friendly, and I will need to change this laundry around at some point. Oh, there goes one whiner. So hopefully we can get through this in a reasonable rate, as I do have confirmed that I have a save file. Oh, there he is. Have a save file that I can start day 2 properly after I ran day 1 off stream yesterday. Leroy, stop playing with that display. You're over here. So he's behind me, but I'm trying to face in the right direction, which is counterintuitive because of how I have the webcam set up. All right. Let's hop right into this. All right. We are loading into day 2. And my voice sounds strange to me because I have earbuds in rather than my full headset, because the headset would not work with this hat. Oh. Leroy. I believe we start in the police office. Police station office. Day 2, fusion. Hey, you okay? You ought to be resting. Wish I could, but I'm the only one who knows what happened last night. I've been gathering some info on Melissa. She's got no relatives and no close friends. She was sick often, always on some kind of medication. The people at the opera said they were amazed she could even stand on stage. I mean, heck, she flew on stage, but I guess, yeah. Her apartment burned down right after the incident, so we have no info on her medication. So I'm making sure my cat doesn't break something back there. So what's this spontaneous combustion stuff all about? Why is part of your head missing? It's the emulator rendering not quite being totally accurate. It wasn't exactly spontaneous. People were actually set on fire. Spontaneously. Oh, come on. What, like one of those ESP things? That's the best way to describe it for now. ESP, huh? Well, I'm not buying it. But if you're right, how are we supposed to deal with something like that? I believe her. After all, I is the only witness so far. But if you're going to take on a suspect like that, you better ask Baker for a better sidearm. I guess I can follow the logic there, kind of, maybe, sort of. Not really. Baker being the chief of this, yeah. I read your report. Still hard to believe, but we can't deny all those deaths. Well, true. We're going to go all out to solve this case. Make sure you're well equipped. Go down to the weapons department and give this permit to Torres. He'll help you out. We'll promptly ignore that for later. Okay. Oh, I have my controller in a slightly odd mode here. Just that I have to hold down the run button to run. I may have to go stop my cat from tearing down my bookshelves here. Excuse me one moment. I've been gone all day. He is not happy that I have left him alone and is whining for attention. Hi, Leroy. Hi, kitten. Say hi to the internet, kitten. No. You're going to be good and relax and calm down. I will sit sideways and let you sit on my lap. He does not like me facing the computer when I have him on my lap. He wants me to sit sideways for some reason, so that's what I'm going to do. Back to the game. I was supposed to go down to the armory and apparently get a better sidearm. He's in much more sensible clothes today. My inventory is full. I'll deal with that later then. Fortunately, I can always come back for these items if my inventory is full. Hey there, good looking. Oh, great. Cut the crap, Wayne. Where's Torres? Dat Baldy? Who knows? What'll it be? Shotgun? Rocket launcher? Do they just have those sitting around at the average New York police station? Wayne! Yes, sir. Bolt to attention. Idiots like you are the reasons why guns won't disappear from this country. Get your ass back to weapon storage. You're far from ready to be handling guns in here. I don't quite get that logic, but go handle guns over there instead of in here? Sheesh. He has an enormous forehead. Or, as the other guy said, going bald. Torres, I need some equipment. For last night's case. Heard it was quite a mess. But as long as cops rely on guns, criminals will too. Well, she wasn't so much relying on guns as burning people alive, firing lightning bolts, and flying around making mutant animals, and turning into goo. Not sure how gun control relates to that. It's a vicious cycle. I hate to hand a weapon to a young cop like you. Well, I'll find them all over the place otherwise. But I hear this isn't your ordinary crook. Guess I can't send you off empty-handed. Say you can't carry any more equipment. Right. Wayne, take some of her things and put them in storage. Yeah. You have something to say, officer? No, sir. Yes, I want to leave something here. Items. These keys to the Opera House that I will never use again, but cannot get rid of for some reason. Let's see. I'm not actually going to use that mod permit that I was given. And you can have all of my medicine because I should not need it, and or should get just a bunch more in the next section of the game. Alright, what you got for me, Wayne? This is the most powerful gun I can allow you to have. M16, not bad. Actually, in the game, it's pretty mediocre, but, you know. But it is the first rifle we see, which have a lot longer range than the handguns I was using yesterday, but fire a lot more slowly. Captain Baker already notified me. Show me your modification permit again. Nope, I put it away. I don't want to use it. I can't tune up your equipment without a permit. No exceptions. That's fine. I have no need to actually do that right now. That's an optional thing you can use. Don't tell Torres, but you can use your tool to tune up your guns. You can rearrange equipment parameters and added effects to tweak your equipment. So this is what I was talking about the other day, where you can take the bonus stats from one piece of equipment and move them to another, which will use a tool, which is a consumable item. Very, very useful. I can show you some cool tune-up techniques. That's okay. I think I know what I'm doing. Oh. Tutorial. The tool item, blah, 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 blah. Yep, I am aware. And we'll basically carry the same stack of stats over from one piece of equipment to the other pretty much throughout the entire game. You can never have too much firepower, apparently. Of course, can't use them without bullets. So you better make sure you always have your club. In fact, the game will not let you go out without at least some melee weapon. Just in case. Now, why don't you leave the stuff you don't need with me? I did that already. Thank you. Alright, now I can pick up these items scattered around the police station. There's the tool we were talking about. Should be some spare ammo. And this should be some medicine. These two dark gray chests will get restocked every time I visit if I need little bits of ammo or cheap medication, but not really necessary most of the time. Okay, did what the chief wanted me to. Probably equip that new weapon. And actually, I think I'm going to keep using this for the next cup, for the next dungeon. I will move over the stats from the other one. So tune up. my new rifle, take the stats from the handgun I was using in the previous dungeon, and we can move over the +3 attack and +1 bullets, and it will stack with the +1, +2, +1 on the first weapon. It will consume both the tool and the the weapon you're pulling the stats from. In the end, now I have a rifle with +4, +2, +2. And I have to go turn my laundry off. No. Change the laundry around. Yes. Okay. My next thing is to talk to this kid that's wandering around the police station. Hey there, you lost? And with that, I will be right back in 4 minutes, say, approximately. And we're back. See if Leroy behaves. So this kid is lost in the police station, apparently, perhaps. Ben? Daddy! Ah, it's my partner's kid that apparently I did not recognize. So this is Ben. Ben, this is Aya. Now what are you doing here? Here. This thing that is invisible because this is an old system that cannot render small objects very well. Cat's whining again. Tickets? Oh yeah, the concert. Sorry, son. Daddy's real busy today. I promise I'll make up for... Fine! Ben! Guess every kid needs a mother. That's not true. I was raised by my father, too, after my mother died. I'll always be grateful for him. Yeah, well, his mother's still alive. Oh, I have control again. Sorry, I was waiting for another scene to happen and distracted by the whining cat. I met Daniel's son, Dan. Daniel divorced his wife last year. This is before you were assigned here. He kept saying every boy needs a father. He fought for Ben's custody with Lorraine, his ex-wife. Well, he won, but being a cop, I doubt if he has time to spend with him. Oh yeah, Captain Baker was looking for you. Okay. Brief pit stop in the locker room. Raid my co-workers' lockers. Vest. Antidote cures poison. Come on, where's the hotspot for this one? I believe there's another door here that I should be able to open if I can find just the right pixel to talk to it from. Maybe not. I'm misremembering. Okay, never mind. Is that new vest any good? Better defense and Parasite energy defense on magic defense, but lower critical. But it will automatically do something? I think it will automatically use antidotes if I get poisoned. I think that's what that icon means. It's been a while. We'll go with that, though. It's always useful to have 2 suits of armor with you because, your PE meter will slowly recharge over time, but as a battle goes on, it gets slower and slower to recharge, unless you switch what armor you have equipped, and then it starts over at normal speed again. Leroy, shut up! Time to talk to the captain again. This game generally has big chunks of running around talking to people, and then big chunks of dungeon. Sir. Oh. Said sir, and then I have to go back to walking over to talk to him. You were looking for me? Yes, we're having a press conference now, and I want you there too. Me? That's right, you'll be on national television as the sole survivor of that incident. So my date died, and we're just not going to mention that if I'm the sole survivor? I see. But you only answer when I ask you. Media's just looking for anything to grill us about. They may even turn you into a suspect, so you let me do the talking, understood? So we're going to have you there, but you're not allowed to say anything. Yes, sir. Okay, then, let's go meet the press. So you're saying this could be the work of a terrorist? That is what we currently speculate. How about accounts of the officers and firemen at the scene bursting into flames? That was... Oops. Sorry, I skipped past that by accident. It basically says that was because of a rare, highly flammable chemical that was used at the scene. Right. Oh, hi, Silas. Silas is right in front of the screen, nosing around the webcam. Silas, get down from there, cat. This is the other cat, Silas. Say hello to the internet, Silas. No. Also no. Just don't knock over my microphone, okay? Another question. Oh, am I sitting on my cable? Why can't I roll the chair over the cable? Oops, there we go. No, get down. Cat wrangling in the internet stream. Then how did Detective Brea survive without so much as a minor burn? That is because of the result of her quick thinking and training as an officer. I'm asking her the question. She said that my mitochondria were a mutation. Aya! Your mitochondria? Who said this? Melissa. No, she said she was Eve. But according to a report, Melissa Pierce was killed in the fire. Melissa did die. Her body had been taken over by this Eve. What's this Eve? Some kind of an alien? People, please, she's very tired and we're still investigating. That'll be all for today. Well, that went well. Leroy! I thought I told you not to say anything. I'm telling the truth, sir. You can't handle the truth. That is not the point. Who's going to believe you? All right, I have to go wrangle the cat again before he knocks something over. Sorry about this. You need to chill out. He needs to chill out. You only stir up the media and cause people to panic. Like spontaneously bursting into flame will not accomplish that. Sir, she was only... Phone rings. Baker here. Ooh, what does he want? Well, put him through then. I imagine Captain Baker is J.K. Simmons sometimes. This is Captain Baker. What? Me? You'll have to speak up. Yes? What? Yes. All right. Some Japanese scientist, I think. Couldn't understand his English too well. He was raving about some mito something. Says he's coming over here. Mito? Is it mitochondria? Were you just not paying attention to this whole report? You mean that thing in the cell that makes energy from oxygen? That's close, I guess. Might have heard about that in school. That's what Eve had said. She said it's time for the mitochondria to be set free. Hey, I just read that some researcher at the museum wrote a new theory on them. Sir, I'm taking I to go talk to this researcher. Okay, this one researcher in New York City at the museum has a new theory on mitochondria that these cops have heard of. Go, better get there before the media. It may explain that phone call, too. Yes, sir. Come on, Aya. Mito. The cats are staring at the switched-off television, both of them. I had cat TV on earlier this evening. I'd turn it back on, but I'd be afraid they'd knock the TV over. Alright, let's get going. I'll bring the car around. Meet me in the front. Okay. As soon as I figure out how the door works. Inventory is clear reasonably. Come on, door. Finding the hotspot for each door is a little bit tricky sometimes. Museum. The only museum in New York, it appears. It's the Natural History Museum, spoilers. We're going to the Museum of Natural History. Dr. Hans Klomp will be there. Dr. Klomp, what's his area of research? Well, according to the papers, he's working on a new theory. Mitochondria something, but it seems to cover the whole genetic spectrum. So... mitochondrial and cellular research is important enough to get published in the papers in New York. I'm impressed. That's odd to have a PhD and be working in a museum. No? Well, he's pretty antisocial and doesn't like to waste time outside research. Oh, great. We're going to have a grand time with this one. Yeah, I know where you're going with this. Just be careful this time, huh? Are you referring to the press conference? Yeah. Daniel, why do you kiss the chief's butt? You two joined the force at the same time, didn't you? Yeah, but that was years ago. Now he's my boss. Chocobo. Oh, you can actually read that it says Chocobo with the high-res textures. It's been a while since I visited the museum. The world of dinosaurs! Dinosaur exhibit. Loved these things when I was a kid. Looks like it's closed today. Well, it is Christmas Day. Let's see what that security guard can do for us. How'd you get over there so fast? Different walking sound effects. Nice touch. Hey there, how you doing? Doing okay. Pretty cold day, though. How about yourself? We're with the NYPD. We're looking for a Dr. Clamp. He works here, doesn't he? Sure does. As a matter of fact, he's up there in his room right now. Did he do something? Nah, we just want to talk to him, that's all. Thank you. Shouldn't take long. Place is pretty creepy without any people. True. You'll find him in the research lab on the second floor. He's been pretty busy for the past few weeks. Doesn't come out. Ever. That's not creepy at all. Thanks. Oh, by the way, could you sign in? It's policy. Let's keep track of who comes in. Thanks, Aya. Gee, Daniel, you sure you don't want to run down here and do it yourself? Notebooks on the counter. Thanks. Security guard as voiced by Don Knotts, apparently. Just my name? Yep, that should be enough, unless you want to leave your number, too. Nice. That was a complete waste of time that I don't understand why it was there. Why we had to do that from a gameplay perspective, unless it was just to let Daniel get up the stairs off screen, which could be. Hey, Aya. Over here. That's pretty impressive. He has his office right off on the main staircases in the museum. Hey, it's open. Let's check it out. Now, don't knock. Just walk right into this guy's office / lab / I'm not sure. Excuse me. Hello? Hey? Dr. Clamp? I hear you. I don't know what voice to do for this guy. I'm not sure if he's supposed to have a German accent or not. We're with the NYPD. We'd like to ask you a few questions. And nothing. Professor, we're looking for clues concerning the incident which occurred... Are you accusing me? I don't know how to pronounce that. What? This again? What is this? It's the hospital scene again. This man. I know him. I think. You don't know me. I think the cat has finally calmed down. What's wrong? Are you okay, Aya? Yeah? We'd like to ask you about the mitochondria research you've been doing. NYPD, huh? Why are you interested in my work? The suspect mentioned that the mitochondria would be set free. Now, do you... That suspect ignited people without laying a finger on them. Then it transformed into some kind of creature and ran off. Since you mentioned mitochondria, we were hoping you could supply us with some info. Because that makes sense. I guess it kind of makes sense. You two have absolutely no idea what the true mitochondria is like. Do you? The mitochondria possesses its own unique genetic code. Its own? Are you saying it's a separate organism? Precisely. Kind of like a parasite or something, huh? We are so close to a title here. Parasite? That's an interesting way of describing this most fascinating creature. We cannot live without the mitochondria. Do you understand? The mitochondria creates energy for us. Without it, we're nothing. We are here because the mitochondria allows us to be here. Our brain, for example. I like they're just looking at it. It's like, what is this guy on about? The brain functions due to the interaction between axons and dendrites. This interaction is possible due to the energy the mitochondria provides. Do you know the mitochondria is capable of discharging 200,000 volts of electricity? No. Because I think you made that up. I'm not sure. I mean, I'm not a cell scientist, but that seems extreme. This not only pertains to electrical discharge, but also applies to heat energy as well. Heat? Then the combustions from last night were... For a human to burn and melt, 1600 degrees of heat must be generated. Really? That's hot. That's like melting point of metal hot. I mean, humans are awfully soggy, to be fair, so... Still, I think he's making science up at this point. There are several hundred mitochondria present within a single cell. If all the mitochondria in the body began functioning at the same time, a tremendous amount of energy would be generated and released. What are you burning to make that energy? Melting a human into a puddle of fluid would be a simple task with so much energy. So you're saying that the mitochondria ignited these people? Professor, you may be right in that we need the mitochondria to live, but in the end, we're just using them for energy, right? You have no idea. The mitochondria has control over an organism's growth. Take this hand, for example. Before we're born, the hand is merely a glob of flesh. But when cells between the fingers deteriorate, that's when the fingers first form. When the cells which make up the body aren't needed anymore, it receives a signal to die. The signal is initiated by the mitochondria. Boy, bio was a long time ago. I might believe that. I don't know what signals apoptosis. When it is relayed, the genetic information in the nucleus is cut off and, in essence, dies. The same can be said for aging. The mitochondria mutates 10 times faster than cells. Of course, this also applies to mutant forms of mitochondria as well. When too many mutant mitochondria multiply, energy production level decreases. The decrease in energy production is associated with the aging process. So, are you still stupid enough to say that we are the higher species? But you're not saying that the mitochondria is doing all this consciously, right? When I said that the mitochondria could mutate 10 times faster than normal cells, I also meant they could evolve at a rate 10 times faster. Since the beginning of creation, the mitochondria has been evolving at this rate. It's no surprise if they possess a power beyond our cognition. No surprise at all. I'd be pretty surprised. Let me tell you something. There was a scientist who tried to determine the mutation rate of the mitochondria. With this, the scientist wanted to establish a connection with human ancestry. In 1987, it was announced that the root of all humans can be traced to a single woman in Africa. This finding was announced around the world. And with this, the mitochondrial theory spread like wildfire. You know what they call the root of it all? Mitochondria Eve. Splendid name, just incredible. Again, so close to a title. Eve? The suspect in yesterday's case called herself Eve. What? Hey, if you know anything, you better not be holding back on us. She called herself Eve? Sorry, but I told you what I know. I'd like to return to my studies now. I believe you know the way out. Hey! Hey, you better explain what the hell is going on here. Daniel, forget it. Let's just go. God damn it. And the security guard was never seen again. Oh, and it's nighttime now. That was a long conversation, apparently. Back to the police station. What the hell is wrong with that guy? I can't stand him. Just met him. Although he was kind of a dick. That man, I've seen him before, but I can't remember where. It's Daniel. What? Okay, we'll be right there. So we got a break in the case. What? We gotta get back to the station. Hang on, I'm kicking this into turbo. Can you do that with a squad car? I guess the lights and sirens. Folks, we're starting the meeting. Take your time. Melissa's solo concert was scheduled for today. She had disappeared after last night's incident, and the concert was cancelled. People are still gathering at the stage. We must not let another massacre happen again. The concert is at the Central Park Amphitheater. Central Park? What is it, Daniel? Ben and Lorraine, they're at that concert. What? Daniel, we're not through yet. Screw you, Baker. My son's in danger. I did not advance the text. The game actually had Daniel interrupt him like that, which I think is a nice touch. Daniel... Aya. Watch his back. Yes, sir. Yep, another mod permit that I'm not going to use. Quick drop it down in storage. Along with my one extra gun now at this point, and one of my spare suits of armor. Come on, where's the... There it is. You'll see me running like an idiot into doors like that a lot, because, again, finding the exact pixel that makes the door work is actually kind of tricky. When are you gonna let me tune up the guns? I didn't ask to be assigned here to watch over the warehouse all day, you know? As long as you see guns as toys, you'll never touch them. Hey, I know I can make a stronger gun than you. Guns aren't supposed to be stronger, you numbskull. They're supposed to be safer. Fine, you geezer. Forgot about that cutscene. More ammo. Because it's free. Sorry, I didn't mean to make a scene. But that goes for you, too. You can never be too careful with a gun. Do you have an equipment modification permit with you? Yes, but I don't want to use it. Can't tune up your equipment without a permit. No exceptions. Yeah, oh, that's right. It's the other guy that handles storage. Oops. Man, I could do it so much better. I could turn that gun into a cannon. Easy. You want to leave something here? Yes, I do. Oops. Come on. There we go. there's this option, discard junk. That will become relevant here shortly. If you discard, I think it's 300 pieces of junk with Torres specifically, rather than just deleting it from your inventory, he will take all of that junk and make a super powerful weapon for you. It's not going to happen in a regular playthrough. Like, if you farm junk in the New Game Plus mode after you beat the game once, then it might happen. But I'm going to take a quick pit stop to save. Call the station from inside the station. Because that's the conceit, is that you're calling back to the office to record your progress. What the hell does Melissa, no, Eve, want from us? Well, it looks like she wants to gather people in one big area. Damn, that thing's got my boy involved. She's gonna pay for this. Let's hurry. Just hang in there, Ben. I'm coming for you. Daniel, stop. I gotta get my boy, rookie. Whoa. I'm just a little bit on fire. I'm okay. Sometimes you gotta look before you leap, old timer. I don't care if I burn. I'll go. Ben's got my son. He's the only family I've got. Did I read that wrong or did it say it wrong? Anyway. Damn it, I can't do anything. Leave it to me. Well, but... I'll get them out safe, I promise. Besides, Ben needs you. He won't do him any good if you're dead. If you are dead. Alright, I'm counting on you, Aya. Even though you are a girl. I know. Alright, Central Park, the next dungeon. Back to having random encounters. Slightly repetitive music, unfortunately. Hidden chest. Another antidote. I will compulsively save at every phone I come across. Less hidden chest. And there should be an encounter right about here. Now we have that giant rifle I was talking about. Much longer range, which is nice because this is a much more wide open area. These snakes, as you might expect, can poison people at the game. Prefer not to do. No great loss. This is a much bigger area than the Opera House. Kind of easier than I would like to get lost. lost it, but I'm pretty sure I remember where everything is now. I haven't played this through several times. Practically invisible items. And apparently into the zoo, because that's the only way you can go in Central Park, apparently. Really, it's just that they have more mutant animals to have you fight, but... That will be nice later, I think, but for now I'm going to stick with what I've got. Fight right about here. As I come across, yep. Okay, birds are not too bad. They like to run up to you and just do a quick attack. I'm waiting for them to do that before I shoot back. Come on. Come on. There's one. There's the other. Because this weapon fires slowly, you can get stuck in the firing animation and attack. It's like running the bird for no reason. And there's the junk I was talking about. I'm not even going to pick up right now. I'll just fill up my inventory before I can get back to Torres to drop it off. There's yet another phone. You've gone past 3 encounters. Two encounters. Another save point. There's the vet's office. Armor. There's a drawer here. Yep. The zoo key. Yeah, good luck knowing that that's where you're supposed to go, is mash at that drawer to move on, but that's just the way the game works. You can also shove this table up the way. This cabinet, there is a grenade launcher. 'Cause zoos have grenade launchers, don't they? Right? Eh. Not the weirdest place you'll find weapons in this game. Alright, this is just a quick detour for a couple of items. This exhibit here. Oh. Monkey with one long arm that he throws at you like a boomerang. I'll get into that right now. Up. Now we're starting to get some bonus points. Try to distribute here. Now this distribute bonus points option exists. It didn't exist before. Let's put one into my item capacity for now, because having extra item slots is they're always a little bit tight in the early game. Okay, into this sort of jungle exhibit. Snakes. See, that's what I mean about getting stuck in the firing animation. Fortunately, neither of them poisoned me. Here where something broke out, all the way around the observation platform, into this part of the exhibit where for some reason there are 3 chests in the exhibit. Some medicine, an antidote, something that buffs. Nope. Swap for some medicine. Yep, something that buffs your armor. Now this actually has better base stats. I should switch to this. Buff that instead. Walk into the tree for a bit. That's all that was in there. One fight and some items. And some placards you could read about the various animals that we're encountering in their non-mutated state. This is not where I wanted to go. There's one more item back in that sort of lobby atrium area, I believe. Oop. Gotta fight the monkey again, though. Now there's 2 of them. Oh, crap. Really hard. Well, I was gonna say they're really hard to dodge. Just really dodge both of them. One was gonna attack me. One was trying to attack the other one. Okay, so now I can cure poison just by casting a spell on myself, which is nice. This is the other item I wanted. Another 2. I'll use in a bit. Which of these is the bird? Which is the monkey? I think this is the monkey. Back into the corner. Try to get down to 1 bird and then I'm going to heal myself. Now I've got enough HP, I'm actually have to do that twice. Thankfully, enemies do not attack while you're casting spells, only while you're attacking with a I'd like to have room to pick up whatever this chest does. Never mind, would have had room for that anyway. Now, I remember when I was a kid, it took me forever to figure out where I was supposed to go next here. I'm honestly still not sure I remember, but hopefully this won't. I won't get confused for too long. There's kind of a loop back to the area we were in before. Yep, for some reason I thought there was an ammo or an item behind that lion statue. I actually don't think that's the case. All of the animals have escaped. Just wanted to say that before I left for some reason. Can't go that way because there's a dead body in the road. I'm going to keep going this way towards the giant amphitheater. Another kind of gruesome cutscene coming up here shortly. There she is. Holiday season brings joy to us all. Apparently the audience don't notice that she's, got a spike for legs and is floating. And this Christmas will be the most special of all. Arrgh! Special because I will no longer be under the control of a host, as I have since the dawn of time. Humans are weak. Mitochondria can self-evolve. Mitochondria must now take over the nucleus. This is kind of gross. She turns them all into orange Kool-Aid. Or perhaps orange Jello. Get backstage and stop her. I think it's too late. Just saying. Merry Christmas. Before I fall asleep. Following the ghost girl again. This will not be another mini-boss fight against Eve. That comes later. Why? Why are you doing this? You again, but you are too late. You will not ruin my plans as you did last night. She's pretty much already succeeded. Melting the audience, which I assume was her plan. Stop! Alright, after her into more back trails in Central Park. Or actually, we have to backtrack to where there was that burnt body before. Oh, background music has changed now that she's melted an entire audience. Dead body is still there, but now we can walk past it, again, following the ghost girl. Alright, side trip here. To this little gazebo area where there's two items somewhere. You can see them from the far away angle, but when you get up here close, you can't, so you start to sort of fish around until you find them. Up here. Where is it? Come on. It's up here. I am such a completionist. I cannot let this go. Where's the stupid thing? So yeah, you can see it. It's right there. It's kind of diagonally up. In the corner, maybe? There it is. Great. Yeah, that was a waste of time. There's another one over here that I think is easier to find. Yep. Revive is much more useful. Gonna go fight some polar bears. Maybe just the one. Just the one. Polar bears shoot lightning, right? That's a thing that polar bears do. So yeah, this sound trip was just for those few items, the polar bear fight, and a save point. If I were a speedrunner, which I'm not for this game, I would have skipped all that. Another place in the park where it's easy to get lost, but really what you have to do is just follow the ghost girl, but there are a couple of items on side paths here. Over here, I believe. Down this path. Nope, I'm just flat out wrong about that. Huh. Pardon me one moment. Nope, there's just nothing there and I'm misremembering. Great. Ah, this is... Okay, this is where the item was. I got my paths confused. My inventory's full again. The tool is nice. Let me quick combine some items so I don't have this problem continuing. Generally, I like to use tools whenever I can move over, like, 3 or more combined stats. 4 is better. Like, this one only has 2 bonus stats I could move over, so it's not really worth it. I think I may have skipped one item, but that's okay. I don't think it was important. The really important items don't start showing up until day 4. There's a couple of good ones in day 3, but this is all early stuff. It just doesn't matter that much. I've never seen the birds, and now I feel like I don't. Pretty sure the lead actors in that film did not have the soul. Just a bunch of stuff that will clog up my inventory if I take it. Polar bear fight on this bridge, or just snakes. Polar bear and snakes. Laundry's done, but I'm pretty sure we only have about 20 minutes left on this day, so I'm going to finish this up. This is going a little bit later than I thought. How much narrating slows this down is simply a little bit taking some getting used to. As if I play through this day, I'm thinking it would only take me half an hour, 45 minutes. It's taking like twice that. I've got a heal spell and a bunch of ammunition. And another fight almost immediately. More monkeys. Ow. Okay, and in this underpass here, there are a couple more items that are tucked in, almost impossible to see. Which I think literally impossible to... Oh no, never mind, they're not impossible to see, they're just right here. I'm misremembering. Armor item. Another armor item, nice. Yeah, these stack up pretty quick. Okay, it's not your critical chance, it's your critical dodge chance. That makes more sense. And this was a fork in the road, so we get the two items and then immediately go back and up the other way, because again, we are a completionist. There's a fight up here, and I think another item. Possibly just the fight. Oh, I forgot to heal, didn't I? Against... I'm not entirely sure what these things are supposed to be. Is that they're like plant life, or... I mean, they have like whipvine things. Also kind of look like snails. Just very angry bushes? I'm not sure. I spit out poison gas and just got poisoned because I was stuck in a beaver cage. Oh, I might die. Let's not do that. Heal HP first and then heal poison. Best way to survive in the next few seconds. I believe poison eventually goes away on its own, but I'm actually going to use one of the several antidotes I picked up. That's what I get for going to a fight without healing first. Normally the poison attack is very easy to dodge. I would just not pay attention or be stuck doing something else. But I like to find each fight location at least once to make sure I'm keeping my levels where I'd like them to be. Again, if I were a better player or a speedrunner, I would not be doing that, but this is more a show off the game than a speedrun of the game. Otherwise I wouldn't be narrating every single text box, because you can just mash through them so quickly. Alright, this phone box is very, very important. How do we take care of another one of these? Okay, so see a little bit better. I think it's just an angry bush. Maybe is it angry birds? I don't know. We are so close to leveling up, too. I could go back for one more fight somewhere, but I think we're just going to press on because it's getting late. Definitely want to save here, though. This next boss is very annoying. That's why I want to have a long-range weapon. I've been at this for about an hour, and it's going to be another 10-15 minutes, so yeah, it's taking a little bit longer than I would normally take in this game. Reading everything out. Big open area, that's scary. Nope, they're playing the boss music. Yeah, if I'd read the placards at the jungle exhibit, it would foreshadow that there was a giant worm exhibit of some flavor. Really hard to dodge these rock shards. They keep going underground, so your attacks get cancelled if you don't come up the right time. Come on, I want this one to pop up, please. Thank you. Bottom one, thank you. Now I need to heal. Ooh, I really need to heal now. I need to heal twice. I'm gonna stop talking. One down. And I believe they share a health pool, so it's not like you have to target each one. It's that the first one will go down when their health reaches a certain threshold, and so on. But each time one goes down, they get a little bit bigger, and their attacks get more harder to dodge. See, now instead of fanning out, some of them are doing big circular explosions. 2 down. When you get down to the last one, it gets kind of nightmarish. See, now you can sort of dodge them by running up close to the first projectile, and it will fan out behind you, which is nice. Oh, except when they go circular like that, and you get hit with 2 in a row. Great. Okay, down to the last one. This is where it gets really annoying. He's big. And he does a lot of damage and sends out giant explosions. Fortunately, they just do the pop-up 1 attack, go back down. It's not like he's going to launch out 2 attacks all of a sudden. So I can wait for it to come up. Twice. Oh, I didn't want him to do this. Yeah, that hurts. Alright, I gotta back off and heal. Two. Ow. If I stand up close, I can shoot him when he comes out, but then he does the sweep attack and does a bunch of damage. It's really hard to dodge when you're up that close. If I stay back here for the rock attack, then by the time I run back in, I can't get a shot off before he dies again. That's a little bit better. Let's see how I get 1 attack off. I didn't get anything off. Try up close again. If I have enough health, I can take 1. Never mind, he was almost dead. We level up twice, too. Didn't even drop anything useful, just a bunch of ammunition. Alright, that is boss fight number 1. I'm going to go back and reload, or save again as well. And use some medicine, because we gained a bunch of max HP. Watch me have a fight on the way to the phone. Yep, okay, good. from level 11 at my last save. Level 14 from that fight. So I guess I was a little bit under-leveled for fighting the worms. That explains why that was so difficult. Maybe I should have gone back for one more fight before going in this way. Content warning, cruelty to animals, even more so. Your genes are stronger than I thought. Come, my dear, let's go for a ride. Oh, this is a terrible idea. But we're going to do it, because that's what the game wants us to do. As we politely climb into the back seat of the cab. Yeah, this was not a good idea. Boss fight number 2. Eve for the 3rd time. Why? Why be on the human side? Why not? I'm a human. Why are you going with them and not me? What? Much closer quarters this time. So we have to... Specializes in aerial attacks for this fight. Where's she coming from? Oh. Let's see. If you know where her laser's going to hit and you run to the opposite corner of the cab, you can dodge it. It's not always obvious. Oh. It's really hard to dodge her melee attack like that. See, that's how you're supposed to dodge it. Fortunately, weapon range is not an issue for this fight. Imagine if you fought the worms and they just kept on going. But this one's a lot shorter. It seems you still don't know who I am. Well, if you don't know, your mitochondria will. That's why you were drawn to the opera. What are you talking about? Here, let me explain. Directly. Mitochondria mind meld. Stop it! If we join forces, all the other mitochondria in the world will stop! And he... oh no, he's still there. Another hospital flashback. Girl in one bed. Doctor. Girl in second bed. Answer me. Yay, the kid's alive! Daddy! Ben, weren't you going to the concert? I came here with Mom, but she was all weird. What do you mean, Ben? I came with Mom so the 3 of us could be together. So that's why you came to get me. Mom went to the stage, but she freaked out. What do you mean Mom freaked out? Yeah, they melted into orange goo. I got near the stage and started to feel sick. I wanted to go home. Mom wasn't herself, Dad. She left and everyone... She left! And everyone else went too. Okay, that's one way to process that, I suppose. Lorraine. Casualties were much worse this time. We cannot put the lives of citizens in jeopardy any longer. We have orders to evacuate all citizens out of Manhattan. Ooh, boy. How many million people live on the island of Manhattan? Fortunately, most people are out of the city for Christmas. Don't people come to New York City for Christmas in some cases? What do we do, sir? We will stay and assist in neutralizing Eve. Shouldn't we leave it to the army? We're the ones who are supposed to be protecting the city. Any word from Aya? Damn it, where could she be? Daniel, I need you to help evacuate the citizens. She's our only hope against this thing now. I'm gonna go look for her. Shouldn't we stop him, sir? Like the chain of command and all that? He's lost Lorraine, he'll find Aya. You two help with the evacuation. Okay. Daddy! Ben, I'm sorry. I have to go find Aya. Where'd she go? I don't know, but she's the only one that can fight the thing that hurt your mommy. Kath, look after the kid, will ya? I will, don't worry. Daddy! Come on, sport, you like dogs? I'll introduce you to the best police dog in town. Foreshadowing. Can I show this boy the dog? The dog. Sure, let me open the fence. Here, you got a visitor. This is Shiva. Hey, I think she likes you. That tickles. Oh, my timer just went off. I think it's definitely time I wrap this up. Fortunately, this is almost over. No more fights, just some more plot. And traffic jams. And cops almost getting run over by taxis. And empty restaurants. Empty chairs and empty tables? Is that the song from Les Mis? Crashed buses. Really crashed cars. Back to, I think this is Rockefeller Center. Discarded skate and scarf. How many times do I gotta tell you? We've blocked this off. You won't even find a cat on this street. I told you, I've already contacted the police about this matter. What? I'm not getting anywhere with my English. Never mind that his English was perfectly clear. Hey, you Chinese? No, I'm Japanese. Nanda Nihonjin desu ka? Oh, yes, can you speak Japanese? Choto dake ne, dare desu ka? I am Kunihiko Maeda, Japanese. I think he's still supposed to be talking English, but the cop is talking Japanese? I don't know. Hey, if you can't speak the language, go back to your country. Back to Russia. Arg. Calm down, take it easy, man. It's bad for your heart. I'm hot! Help! Ah! I guess it's now or never. Random Japanese dude takes off down the block as a cop slowly burns while his spontaneous human combustion. I believe that's correct. Maeda has kind of a doofy running animation too. A different flashback to some lockers in a hallway. And a waiting room with some Christmas decorations. Where? Oh, out front of said same waiting room. If only the camera scrolled up to a sign or something. Hospital? Oh, who turned out the lights? So it seemed like he was walking down in a street of a really nice neighborhood. We just wind up in this total slum with a fire and a burning 40-gallon drum. Oh, you're finally awake. Who are you? I'm Kunihiko Maeda. I'm a scientist from Japan. He found you. Daniel! Best supporting character. Daniel! There's no one out there but cops. It's a ghost town. Never seen anything like it. Pretty creepy, if you ask me. Where's Eve? What happened to the people in Central Park? Ben was okay, but the rest of the audience, well, they just disappeared. Disappeared? You mean they weren't ignited? They all melted into slime and became one big mass. No reaction. No reaction. That's something new. Nothing like that happened in Japan. Japan? A similar incident occurred several years ago in Japan. So he's referring to the book that this game is sort of a based on / sequel to. Although it wasn't as grandiose in scale as this one. What? Hey, give us the details. It all started when a scientist's wife was involved in a car accident. The scientist tried to culture her liver cells in order to keep her alive. The scientist named those cells Eve. Eve? The liver cells multiplied and her mitochondria eventually took over her physical body. What? After acquiring the scientist's sperm, Eve tried to give birth to an ultimate being. Ultimate being? What kind of being? She, the being who mutated from the liver cells, couldn't maintain her body for long. By the way, before the car accident occurred, the wife had registered to have her organs donated. Because that's relevant. So after the accident, her kidneys were transplanted into a young girl. Okay, so it is relevant. And Eve implanted a fertilized egg in the young girl who gave birth to an ultimate being. I was extremely interested in this and went to his lab so that I could continue research. So are you a good guy or not, Maeda? After hearing about this incident, I had to fly over here. What the hell is going on here? I wish I could explain more. ... Aya, are you okay? Yeah, I'm fine. I thought that monster had gotten a hold of you. Thought it was too late. When I felt Eve, something inside of me felt like it was being... You felt like you were about to be ignited, correct? No, she's the only one that isn't affected. What? I don't understand. I think I may be a monster, like her. What? What are you saying, Aya? I mean, I can shoot laser beams and weird stuff. Actually, I can't yet. Never mind. I don't know. What if I end up killing you? Ah, shut up. You know that's not. Please, Daniel. I know. I don't know. I just don't know anymore. Please go away. Just stay away from me. Please. Yes, I understand your point. Come, Daniel-san. Hey, where do you think you're going? I'm gonna go sit by myself in the snow outside. Even if I am a monster, I don't ever want to kill you. Daniel, please. I could never forgive myself if I killed you. You're no monster. Now, give me a big hug. You're my best partner, Aya Brea. I'll be by your side always, Aya. Except I won't, because if I do, I'll be set on fire. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Touched Eve. That feeling. Was it Maya? But Maya died in a car crash with Mom. No, it just couldn't be. And scene. End of day 2. Day 3, selection, will be a day for another day. Yes, I will save my progress. Hoo boy, will I save my progress. File saved. Day over. It's over. All right. So that was day 2. Flaming horses, questionable science, Central Park, orange jello. More or less. Tomorrow is the 26th. I'm going out for dinner in the evening, so I may or may not be streaming again. I'm going to put my money on not, but it's not impossible. But I probably will be back on Thursday night. And I'm only donating blood, and I should be back, and once I've eaten, have enough energy for another couple hours. This took a little bit longer than I thought it was going to. Sorry about that. I guess I should just expect these are going to take longer than they would normally, because I'm going to be talking a lot, either explaining or narrating or making fun of the game. So yes, that'll be it. I will be back in a day or two. Regular League of Legends streams probably going to be on hiatus until January sometime. Although the ranked season will have started then, I think. So we could do that. Yeah. Anyway, thank you for watching. I will see you next time.